party found themselves facing the trials to gain access to Evors Forge. They traveled through a long underground passage that actually took them below the ocean. Where below the ocean? They're not quite sure yet. But after admiring murals telling the story of the Dragonborn apocalypse, yeah, that's a pretty good guess. After admiring murals that told the story of the Dragonborn apocalypse, they emerged into a large magma chamber with a bridge with strange valves and piping running along it. At the end of that bridge, there seems to be a stone wall with concentric rings forming what they suspect to be a puzzle. As they ventured down that bridge, a giant lava worm has emerged from the magma to try to prevent them from going any further. And that is where we pick back up. It is the top of a brand new round, and Aristotle and Edwin both have 2 levels of exhaustion. Vlad and Siren have 1. So, get this fight music going, and Vlad, take it away. You're first.
I go?
Yep.
Okay. So Vlad is going to not quite run, but perhaps, lazily dog. It may be pronounced with a soft Y. I'm not sure. Over here. And rather than grab this wheel with his bare hand like a moron, he is going to use that throwing knife that he took from Brage's armory, and he's going to stick that in the wheel and hold it by hilt and blade and try to turn the wheel with that.
Okay. I like where you're going with this. Go ahead and give me a strength roll.
Well, let me get my proper character sheet in front of me. All right. +3, 19.
19. Yeah, you easily turn the wheel. However, because the wheel is red hot, that heat does transfer up the knife, and you take 2 points of fire damage. But
okay,
it does turn the water back on. Let's see.
And so, in addition, he'd like to use the knife to try to pin that wheel open.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Okay. Let's see, what's my survival? Oh, that's nice. It's a +5. Let's see what we do here. Oh, booyaka!
Yep, that's definitely going to jam it open. And the worm has to vacate that area.
Hi, honey.
Anything else?
Wait, did Vlad just come over? Did Vlad just come over to my fucking valve and push me out of the way and say get away and do it himself?
You're fairly ineffective at the moment.
Son of a bitch!
take your gentle Elven.
Edwin feels incredibly upset at like a dragonborn of all people making him look like an idiot. So he's got a lot to chew on at this point. Arms are crossed for sure.
Womp.
Oh, big womp womp.
He may be tapping his foot as well.
Oh, arms crossed.
Oh, he's
tapping his foot.
impatient.
He's sucking on his
Sassy
bottom
mom.
lip. You know, he's fucking pissed. Be real pissed.
Torque, you're up.
Well, obviously, from where Torque's at, opening the valve really won't do anything.
It'll open up that one part, and I think it's worth it.
Anyone else think it's worth it?
I think it's worth it. I think we should go for it.
Go ham.
All right. Well, Torque's
You
not
can
going to do it.
catapult yourself into the worm's mouth right now. I don't see any other option.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see what. See if Milo can do it. Oh yeah. Milo can do it, and he's a robot, so heat
right.
don't affect him.
Give me a strength check for Milo.
I was really hoping he'd say that.
Uh-oh, he was prepping for it.
Well, he's got a +2, so does a 12 do it?
A 12 will do it. Now, Milo, you said heat doesn't affect him. He's immune or he's resistant?
Oh, it doesn't really say. I just assumed he would be because he's just a steel defender.
Well,
I mean, he's just a soulless robot man like Alaris.
it's
And Alaris took damage too.
Well,
As far as damage immunities, it's just poison.
okay. So he will take 5 points of damage, fire damage.
it's not halved.
No. You guys, it was halved for you guys because you're using something between you and it. Milo just straight up grabbed the wheel, so Milo takes 5 points of damage. But
Well, that's what I did.
take any.
That's what I did, and I didn't take any damage.
And then for Torque, he's just gonna reload the Breckner with.
You know,
we'll put in two poison rounds.
Lars. You're right, Lars. Milo will only take 2. Sorry, Torque.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, only take 2 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
What special ammunition are you wasting on it now?
Oh, Torque's just gonna use his action and reload 2 poison rounds.
Okay.
Aim
And then-
for a weak spot if you can see one.
Yeah, but how far is the worm from good old Torquey?
Funny you should mention that. It is in range. At 95 feet, that is in range. But funny you should mention that. When it came back up out of the lava, it looked like the calcifying, hardening magma that was on it that got knocked off by that last Reckner launcher attack that you did. It looks like it's reformed.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, no, I don't like that one bit.
No, Torque's just gonna end his turn there.
Okay. All right.
So this thing gets its armor back. That sucks.
Umbra,
Just keep
is
it
your
wet.
turn.
Gears of War plan is looking better and better.
Where the pipes are opened up at and the water's coming out, are those what's happening with the lava consistently?
The surface of it is cooling and starting to crust over.
Okay. Well, Umbra's pissed at this point, realizing and understanding more, remembering this room more and more as he sees this worm going around. And he's gonna take a swing at this thing with his katana.
Okay.
That is a 25.
25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 32 damage.
Nice.
Slashing.
Okay.
And then with that slashing, an additional 5 of radiant damage.
Okay. Now, no one else in the party has seen a legendary sword before. So, what does Umbra's sword look like? What does this attack look like?
So he's holding this katana that seemed to have grown with him as he grew into this giant ape. And it's it's a beautifully made Damascus steel to this katana, and the weave on it on the handle is this very dark blue with gold metal into the handle in the open spots of the weave. And as he upswings with this katana, right as he connects, you can see this flash of the white light that helps to break apart the hard shell of this thing. And as he brings his katana back down, he lets go of it with one hand, keeps it in the other, and comes back with a giant ape fist right into this thing. Or at least tries. We'll see what happens.
Alright, roll that attack.
That is not good. That is a 12.
12? Okay, so you manage to knock a piece of hardened magma off, reducing its armor. But yeah, you don't actually do any damage to the worm that time. Now, for your melee attacks, you do take 19 points of fire damage. As you hit him with the katana, some of that magma does sling off and get onto you.
Yeah, Umbra was fully prepared for that punch to not feel very good. As he roars at this thing, as he knocks the bits of armor off.
Alright.
That's all he's gonna do. But the elemental is gonna move up to it as well. Let's see, verify that. Yeah, he can get up there, so he's gonna move to right there.
Okay.
And he's gonna throw a left this time. See if he can connect.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Not enough, but it does reduce its armor even further. So the water elemental's left hook comes out, and he does hit the worm, but only knocks a little bit more hardened magma off. The water elemental, it's resistant to fire or immune?
Technically, it's neither.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, surprisingly. The only thing it's resistant to is acid, and it's immune to poison.
Well, unfortunately, the water elemental takes 25 points of damage, fire damage, as the magma does kind of sling back and get on it.
And as that happens, it kind of sort of also forms a gorilla face and roars at this thing.
Okay. Do you want to try to intimidate it with these roars?
Sure. Everybody else seems to be doing it. Let's see what happens. I don't know. What would that be? Charisma?
It works every
elemental?
time someone not named Edwin does it, so.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
Son of
For
a
the-
bitch!
For the elemental.
And how about for Umbra?
That is an 11 plus. So 13.
Okay. Again, it does not seem smart enough to be afraid. Anything else, Umbra?
No, we're just gonna try to keep staying in his face. Keep these. Everybody else is grabbing the wheel, so we're trying to keep this thing busy.
Okay. Siren, you still just holding that wheel?
I was thinking of doing that, but then I remembered I have my boot knife still, and instead of just like being useless and standing around holding a wheel, could I take my knife and like slam it into the bridge, like in between the rim where you hold it and like a peg so it doesn't move at all and it stays open?
Give me a survival check.
Uh-oh, I don't like that. Okay, I got a 0. I got a 1 and I have a -1 to survival.
Put your pants on and get your shit together.
What
Your
what
boot knife
quality?
breaks.
What quality is your boot
You
knife?
accidentally stab yourself in the eye.
Again.
Let me see. It's an artisan.
Okay. Good news. The knife doesn't break, but you drop it on the ground.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna be mean as shit and say you drop it in the lava. It's on the bridge, but you did drop it. So
You're gonna have to let go of the wheel in order to.
I'm leaving it. I'm not. Nope, that knife's staying here.
okay. And you will take one. Well, again, I can't round down from half. So, yeah. So you won't take any fire damage this time. So you're just
Okay.
hanging onto that wheel for life.
That's all I'm doing, just hanging on the wheels. Like, I got this, guys. I got the wheel.
All right, Edwin, you're up.
Okay, so I have half move speed. What are all the debuffs I have right now?
So right now, what?
Half movement speed, disadvantage on what throws?
All of them.
Disadvantage on ability checks and your speed is half.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I can still find a way to fuck this up. I'm gonna actually Misty Step right here. Well, I guess actually I kind of want to ask real quick. Did Umbra's strike with his sword? Did it like create like a hole, like any way to like get into the worm?
Not
Like even if small enough to cram my hand in there, cast a spell.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely allow that. You're gonna take a lot of fire damage, but go for it.
Yeah, I'm a hero.
Okay, do it.
Because I got a good spell for this.
Okay,
So I am gonna Misty Step over there, and Elven lineage. Because of that, I can use that without expending a spell slot.
nice.
But question actually, outside of the game, should I poison or should I freeze it?
Freeze it.
Freeze.
Freeze. Okay, because I'm gonna try and stick my hand in there and use Chromatic Orb at like a level 3 spell slot.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
So, chromatic orb, is that an attack roll or
It is an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah, make a ranged spell attack roll against the target. On a hit, the target takes 3d8. You get another d8 for every spell slot above 1, and then it can leap to different targets if I roll the same number on damage. But we'll cross that bridge if we get there.
Okay. Since you are literally jamming your hand in it, roll an attack with advantage.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to achieve with this.
As long as you just gotta get up in there. Full fist.
I have a +7 to my spell attack, so nat 20, 16.
Nice.
So I hit the crit in there.
Let's go. Okay.
So I'm using Chromatic Orb with ice
Edwin.
damage. So that's going to be, and I'm using it at a level 3 spell slot. So what would that be? 5d8. So what's 5d8? 40? So it'd be 40 plus this roll.
Yep.
21. And did I roll any of the same numbers? I did. So I rolled 2 1s, and there's a rule on Chromatic Orb where if you roll the same number on the damage, on like the damage dice that you roll, let's see, the orb leaps to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the target, make an attack roll against the new target, and make a new damage roll. The orb can't leap again unless you cast the spell with a level 2 spell slot. So it can bounce multiple times.
Okay. But can it bounce?
I'm not sure how you want to do that if I'm sticking it in this fucking worm though.
Can it hit the same target more than once?
It says leaps to a different target of your choice.
Leap to the water spirit and then make it leap back to the worm.
Oh, that would be kind of awesome. I'm trying to keep it inside the worm though, because it's like freezing. I'm trying to attack the worm's insides. So I'm like, if I can make it like, you know, like maybe go up the worm or down the worm, I would.
You know, rule of cool, I'll definitely allow that, but since the verbiage says a different target, while I will allow it, we're gonna half that damage. But you already
that's
did
fine.
like 61 points anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I was like, this is. But I'll just roll 5d8 again and then just cut it in half.
Okay.
So half of 31 is 15. We'll call it 15.
All right.
So 76 points of damage.
Whew. That's a spicy meatball.
I cannot wait to see what my punishment is for this atrocious act.
Well, a couple of things here. One, you're going to take 17 points of fire damage.
Ooh. It's hot. It's hot in there, boys. Fire hot.
Your hand is now crippled.
Oh no! No!
Yeah, like all of the skin and the muscle is burned away. As you retract your hand, it's just skeleton. There's nothing left of it.
Well, this was my metal hand that I stuck in there.
Oh, it was your metal hand. Oh,
Yeah.
In that case, it's just like melted and wilted.
Yeah, I imagine it's like looking like it's beyond repair.
Yes.
I am essentially useless, guys.
Good thing we have Dr. V on a ship.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Unfortunately, I made the
Edmund's
fucking
with me
collar
now.
with this hand.
Yep. All right.
Yeesh.
Anything else?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll call it there. I didn't kill the thing, but I am gonna back away and like probably be on the ground groveling at my hand. You know. This was a gift from my deity. I essentially spent like 200 years in a trial to earn this thing, so I'm pretty fucking upset. I'm distraught.
Okay.
I probably like fall on my ass and then like crawl, you know, like back towards the wall.
Don't say you crawl because you're going to use your other hand and you don't want to touch the bridge.
I like butt scoot and like lean my back against this wall, and I'm just like caressing my poor mangled arms. So I'm pretty much done and out for this fight, boys. I don't know if there's anything I can actually do at this point. So
Man, Edwin with the big sacrifice. I love it.
Thank you, Edwin.
no worries. I would salute, but I'm worried it's gonna fall off.
Alaris, it is your go.
Okay, first I'm going to ask, beings everywhere else is covered in water, or, you know, spraying down water, and this thing obviously doesn't like water. Is it allowed to move anywhere else, or can it move anywhere else?
Well, I would say roll a nature check. Depending on how you do, I'll let you know.
Nature was a 4. So
4.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're just not sure. But fuck it. It might be worth a try.
Yeah. All right.
I'm actually curious, real quick. Did my attack show any like visible harm? Like, did it look like it noticed it at all? Even?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I should
I
have.
was worried that I like absolutely did that for like no reason. As like 400 health, I was gonna be like, no.
You like froze it and you just felt lava like soak back up, and it's like, that's good.
You know, that was kind of unfair of me. I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, because, I mean, huge sacrifice. So you stick your arm in and you cast this ice chromatic orb and you bounce it around inside of its guts. And you see it like this giant worm just quivers. Like, you can tell it is hurting. It does not like it. But it's still really healthy.
Okay, gotcha. All right, boys. I don't think we're gonna kill it, or at least I'm not gonna.
That's the information I need to know. So, here's what I want to do. I want to take out this nifty superior. Where is it? Yeah, this superior chainmail shirt that I have, and I'm gonna lay it over the top of this valve, and then I'm gonna intimidate the fuck out of this thing as I open the last valve, causing all of the water to be sprayed.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start with the intimidation check.
Fucking nat 20.
Nice. Okay.
+8.
All right. What do you say?
I'm gonna just go, be gone, you fucking worm.
All right. Give me a strength check. Let's see if you crack that valve open.
14 plus 3.
I was really hoping for a nat 1.
God, Edwin is just in awe of how cool Alaris is. He can't believe it.
So,
I thought he was an abomination. They could
He
be
is.
good.
That's what pisses off Edwin. He's like, he's such a cool abomination. Because his intimidate goes well, he manages to close the valve. Both his arms work.
So you throw this chainmail shirt over the valve, look at this worm and say, "Be gone, worm," and it like opens its mouth and roars at you. The first noise you guys have really heard it make, other than that kind of screechy noise, it roars at you and like spit and everything just like goes all over everybody that's in front of it. And you crack the valve open and water starts gushing out. And it just screams as it retreats underneath into the magma.
That's right. You remember that.
And now I need you guys to all make another Constitution save.
15 plus 4.
Okay, we're good.
I got a 6.
You take a level of exhaustion.
I'm dying.
18.
You're good.
Yay! Dwarves on the proficiency con save.
12. Does 12 do it? Am I dead? Am I continuing to die?
You're continuing to die. You take another level of exhaustion.
Excellent. So I have no arm. This is a tough day for Edwin, dude. I hate trials.
How many levels of exhaustion can Edwin take?
You die at 6.
Oh, you're fine.
Vlad,
Wait,
you
what?
take another level. But it looks like Aristotle's fine.
Sweet.
Okay, so that was everyone. Umbra, did you roll? What'd you get? Change the music up now that the fight's over. Umbra, are Are you there?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry about that.
All good. What did you get for your Constitution save?
16.
Okay, you're good. All right, so let's see, Edwin.
Just
You-
fucking kill me.
You now have disadvantage on attack and save. Everyone with 2 levels, your speed is halved, and disadvantage on ability checks. Everyone with 1 level, disadvantage on ability checks. But the fight is over, and you can clearly access the wall.
So I'm going to continue to hold this valve, and I'm going to assume I just straight take no damage because I have a piece between me, which would be double half. Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make that call that you don't continue to take damage, because now that the room is flooding in with water, that top coat of magma is cooling off. It's still hot as hell in here. It's still exhausting, but you're not gonna take direct fire damage anymore.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to keep holding it because I don't want this thing to come back and bust through the crust if we stop the water.
Okay.
You don't have anything you can prop it open with?
Nothing that I want to sacrifice. So my plan is we figure that out, and then as we leave, I'll take the superior shirt with me.
Fair enough.
Edwin's gonna cradling his arm, knowing that there's no point in mourning a lost limb. He's gonna approach the sign, the door, and see if he can get started on this puzzle.
Okay.
God.
All right. This is the puzzle you see before you. It looks as though the outer ring does not move, but the 2 inner rings do. So, the numbers aren't actually there. The numbers are for ease of communication here.
Yep.
So you guys tell me, like, what combination do you want to try? Take a minute, read over everything, and see if you can figure it out.
It seems
I'm gonna look over 2. Since we know the outer ones can't move, I'm gonna look at 2.
it seems like the murals are the key, so probably just have to align rings in
like
the
their
same.
chronological order.
Yeah, and fortunately, I take really good notes. So, let's see. First painting is a landscape painting of fire and ash rising up from the ground as it fractures, water boils, tsunamis push away from the land. So, perhaps the lands will quake in fear, the waters will roil in agitation. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. Will break loose? No. Upside down, unlocking his rage for all faithful. No. Okay, so it seems like Ring 2, Episode 3 should go. See, there shall be terrible power unleashed to all of Aoethera. Fire, blood, Evor. So I think this section goes here.
Okay.
Which section?
So, you grab a hold of the middle ring and you spin it, and it does move. It takes some effort, but through some grinding and some oomph, you manage to spin it around. to where you think it's correct.
The second painting was a set of stairs to a throne surrounded by fire and ash.
Do you think we move? Sorry, what is it? Can we move this one here?
I don't know. That's a trick. So, is like
Does it make sense for all of them?
Is this whole section like episode 1, and then this whole section is episode 2?
I think because these are the numbers. So this is probably the 1 is probably the first painting, and then so on and so forth. Second painting, third painting,
The
last
terrible
painting.
power unleashed onto all of Aoethera. Yeah.
Remember, those numbers aren't there. They're just, I put them there so that we can easily communicate, okay, let's try this combo.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So
I might be completely wrong.
My guess would be this one goes here.
Oh yeah, then that's the same. That's literally this. I was looking at number 2. So I was saying this one goes here. So it literally is the same thing.
Yep.
Since you want to take this one here. So yeah,
Okay.
let's try that.
All right. Again, you guys grab a hold of this inner ring, and you give it a pull, and it doesn't move nearly as easy. It's just stone on stone, just. But eventually, you do get it worked around. And as you do, all 3 rings inset into the wall.
Hands up.
This giant dragon-shaped ruby also begins to glow, and the wall comes apart, slides open before you.
First try, let's go.
Oh shit, we're in hell.
We're puzzle masters, dude.
I think you're the
Achievement
puzzle
unlocked.
master.
An elaborate, gold-gilded, just fortress in the middle
That's
of
fucking
this
crazy.
magma chamber. It's still hot, but you're not getting any more tired from it.
Well, thank God.
You think the danger has passed. You make your way along the cliffs carefully and avoiding pools of lava, random fires, definitely avoiding smoke, as it smells at least a little bit toxic in here. But eventually, you do come to the golden steps of this fortress, and you ascend them in awe, looking at this architecture, especially for you, Torque, because you're used to underground palaces, and this is even a step above what you're used to. You come to double doors, and you push them open, and you enter into a grand hall, and everything inside is white marble and gold. And before you stands a kobold. They look a lot like Dragonborn, but they're only about 3 feet tall. And
Are they green?
Do what?
Are they green?
No, they are not green.
Okay.
God.
They are red. They're your new favorite color.
I don't know, man. There was that red dragon in the apocalypse painting, so
Not an apocalypse painting. It's the way things should be.
The way
Did you
things
say should be?
Okay, right. The apocalypse is what should be. Got it.
I can start an apocalypse. It's easy. Trust me.
Change a 1 to a 0.
This
No, you change a 1 to a 1,000.
This
I'm
bull
rich.
that stands before you is dressed in very, very humble robes. And
Oh, God.
he looks at you and without even saying anything, he just turns around, begins to walk away. As he walks, he takes a few steps, stops, looks over his shoulder, and signals for you to follow. I'm assuming you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm
Someone
supposed
he's
to
not
follow.
green.
sighs heavily and follows.
I'm with Edwin, just like, and just follow.
More walking.
Because you gotta understand, my arm is still like, it's just a mangled, like, I just imagine it's just like the stick, it's like the stick bare bones skeleton of the
Milo
hand.
can
that used to
fix
be.
it. Milo can fix it.
We'll have to find a place to stop. This guy's leading us somewhere like an asshole. Ain't even let me sit down, dude.
Can't even get a drink of
I have no
water.
pants on.
That's what I'm saying. Edwin
I
is
am drenched
upset
in
right
sweat.
now. He just
Full
had a
covered
valiant sacrifice of his arm. Come on,
Irons
get up,
covered in
let's
his
go.
own shit.
Grumbling bird noises.
So, this kobold leads you through this long, grand hallway where it opens up even further, even more, into a sunken white marble, almost like living room, really. And you take a step down, and the step is just lined with blue velvet stuffed cushions. And there's a table in the middle with just carafes of water and just food, anything and everything that you could desire. Well, I shouldn't say that, not with you guys.
Yeah, I don't see pants on that table.
Good call.
There's not like half dead bodies laying everywhere, so I.
Yeah, so definitely not anything and everything. Anything and everything that you could desire to eat or drink is
Damn
on
it.
that table.
I grab more sandwich supplies.
Okay, yeah.
Siren is like fourth wall breaking, eating a pepperoni hot pocket.
Nice.
Can I
Pocket.
So Torque, you say that Milo can fix my arm?
Yes,
Are you sure?
absolutely.
All right. Do you mind, like, do you need me to, like, can I, like, eat while he's doing it?
Yeah, he can. He can do.
Can I be, like, in the sitting up position so I can be eating while he does it? Or do I need to be, like, laying down or something goofy?
2d8 plus proficiency bonus.
Made me like one of your French elves.
So 2d8 plus 2.
Fucking put my arm back together.
Let's see. So the first one.
It's my only means of spell casting.
So I mean, I don't know how much it takes to repair, but the first repair is 8. He can do 3 a day.
I imagine you just do my hit points and then the arm gets repaired.
I imagine so.
Okay.
I'm gonna say half of your hit points.
What's that?
I would say half of your hit points.
Oh, half of the hit points that are missing?
Yeah. And
Okay, so he gets half of them and then I get my arm back. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
I think I just need one more hit point then.
All right, you can do it one more time. All right, take 10.
All right. Yeah, so I should be at 51 hit points then.
All right, so is this an opportunity to take a short rest and regain HP and maybe try and train Aristotle's next trick again?
we'll get to that. So, here's what happens next. The kobold gives you the opportunity to eat and drink and just kind of relax a little bit. And after a few minutes, he comes back and there's like a whole pack of them. There's like 8 or 9 of these kobolds. And they come up to you guys, and none of them say a word, still. But they stand in front of you, and they point at your backpacks and just kind of hold their hands out. What do you do?
I don't give them my backpack, but I still have that small skull from Edwin Split the Red Sea. So can I just give them that? Be like, hey, here you go.
If that's what you want to do. But,
that's what I'm doing. I'm giving them the small.
As you start to like try to hand him the skull of what may or may not have been a family member, he just kind of like shakes his head no and points at your backpack again.
Can I attempt? I attempt to give him the dick rock.
just like the one in front of Siren, he just shakes his head no and points at your backpack again.
I look definitely offended, but I put the rock back.
I'm offended for you.
I pull out one of my Peacemaker pistols.
Shakes his head no, points at your backpack.
Okay. Aristotle will try to hand him a adamantine ore.
Shakes his head no.
I'm gonna hand mine to Platinum, see what happens.
Shakes his head no.
Shiny rock.
Mark's gonna pull out the PTN 113.
And I was gonna pull out a Starfall ore.
Save one of those. I need to eat the PTN, remember? Last session, I need to eat one of those.
Is there any way to try and sneak around these guys?
The one in front of Torque shakes his head no. The one in front of Polaris happily takes the Starfall ore, taps it, and holds up one finger and holds his hand out again.
I have 3, so I hand him all 3.
He hands you one back. Then he taps his chest and points at your armor.
I hand him my breastplate.
He scurries off with the Starfall ore and your breastplate.
Okay, I see what's happening. I may have to procure a firearm from the person who has the extra one.
He didn't want the firearm.
But so from what I'm understanding...
Hey, is it okay if I retcon my fucking arm repair to get Starfall ore in my arm? My new arm? Actually, yeah, I just put Starfall ore in my arm.
Why can't you just get your arm repaired and then do it afterwards?
I already got the arm repaired. Now I just say, hey, can you put it in my arm?
The kobold shakes his head no.
Son of a bitch.
He points at your armor.
Yeah, well, he's looking at my armor.
Yep, he wants your armor and 2 Starfall ore.
What all do I have in my armor? Does it have to be the breastplate, or can it be something else?
Has to be the breastplate.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to hold on to my ore.
I have an artisan steel breastplate, but yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to mine.
You're going to hold on to yours?
Yep. I'm gonna bow my head and shake my head politely.
The kobold looks extremely confused, but he returns your bow and takes a step back.
I mean, are we going to the forge? Are we going to be able to use it? Who knows? That's what I'm holding out for, you know?
And I'm going to save mine in case I can get a good weapon from it.
Listen, I got to roll good eventually, and I'm hoping it's when I use the Starfall Forge, you know?
See, exactly. You got to save it.
Vlad is going to take a look at what's going on, and he's going to offer the kobold in front of him 2 starful ores and his very dear to him heirloom father's steel breastplate.
Okay. The kobold happily takes the ore and the breastplate, and he scurries off.
He accidentally breaks the breastplate.
Oh,
It's already got
no.
a hole in it. It's fine.
It just shatters.
He handles it with reverence.
Yeah, we just got jacked.
Evan's
He
like,
stole our stuff.
Evan's
Congratulations.
like, I would have done a nicer breastplate, honestly, but
I should have had like a backup breastplate.
How about Torque? What does Torque do?
I'm unsure what Torque wants to do with about this. He wanted to use that ore for something specific. He doesn't want to use it on his breastplate.
see, I was hoping at least to use it on my cod piece.
No, Torque wanted to make something specific.
Yeah, side note, I think we should bring cod pieces back. It's time.
Absolutely, right? I feel
agree.
so unprotected 24/7.
So you said the
we just
PTN
normalize.
113 is like a power source, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. See, I was gonna use the fucking Starfall Forge to basically make it a battery.
Oh,
And I was gonna use the
goodness
ore
gracious.
to, basically make a containment cell for it.
Interesting. I
wanted to use the poison gland that I found to make a poison bomb at some point.
So I guess when Torque hands over the Starfall ore, he kind of like pulls out the PTN3 and kind of like makes like a case over it and points to the Starfall ore and that and just,
The kobold shakes his head no.
oh, well, bye.
Oh, do it, Torque. Don't give him your armor. Save your Starfall ore.
I'm not giving it to him. He doesn't want to do what I want to do, so I'm not giving it to him.
Watch this be the only time we get
Fair
to
enough.
use it.
You guys do know we have a whole ass mine that's being excavated that
Yeah, there's no
Quite
reason to hold
constantly.
on to it.
Well, he doesn't want to do what I want to do with it.
And we don't know if we're ever going to get back here, so, like...
How
Okay,
much?
so-
How much does he need? How much
It's not
does he
like we
need?
don't know where it's at.
He wants 2 Starfall ores in your breastplate.
That's not happening.
Edwin's
I'm waiting
sighing.
for the chance for a weapon, so I'm saving it.
No. I'm just gonna put the ore back in my bag.
I lost
Yeah,
my
I think-
pants. I lost my knife. I lost my
Shit.
gun.
you shit yourself.
It's not a good day.
Yeah, you really have no
So,
pants. If anyone needs a cod piece here, it's him.
So on your
I don't
way
need it.
out, you just left your knife on the ground. You just didn't pick it up.
Too hot. Not picking it up. I'm gonna pass.
He has effectively disarmed himself, whereas I
I'm going
also
to punch
disarmed
someone to death.
myself.
Literally.
Here,
Fuck's sake.
since I have extras, I have 2 superior knives from when Vlad and I took care of that looting and shit. So, do you want a superior knife to replace your old knife?
I appreciate it, but keep it.
Okay.
I don't need weapons.
I will deal with my trials and tribulations on my own.
He
I
doesn't
am the
want a
weapon.
handout.
Okay, Umbra. The kobold takes a look at you, and he just takes a very, very deep bow and offers you just more cushions, more food, more water. Whatever they're after, it seems you already have it.
I look at him. I want to look at Umbra and be like, why? How would they know you if you didn't make it past the first room?
Yeah, what the F, bro?
You lied to
Man.
us.
This was like the Squid Games. They've all got cameras. They're just sitting there watching.
I like to picture it more as he brings cushions, he also brings like a little cloth mouse along with the cushions. And
Yes.
Umbra, little ball of yarn, and Umbra transforms into this little calico, gray and spotted cat, and makes himself as big of a pile as he can with the cushions and the yarn.
Oh, I get it. He's cuter than the rest of us.
While we're waiting, I kind of want to look around and see if there's anything other than food that's available for us.
Yeah, I guess this would have been a good opportunity to ask Umbra what the hell's going on before we handed over a bunch of stuff, but
You miss 100%. You miss 100% chances you don't take.
You can ask Umbra if you want, but he won't have a good answer as he responds telepathically. He expects the respect that he's being shown is for being Bakaneko.
yeah. Well, enjoy your yarn ball.
Yeah, his response is 100% clear. It's definitely like in between as he is bopping this ball of yarn back and forth and rolling around.
Having a fucking good ass time.
He's enjoying himself.
You said there's food?
Yep. There's
Okay, I would like to continue partaking in said food and then go into my trance-like state to get a nice little rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before you actually enter into your trance, it's a couple of minutes go by, but you hear a faint click, 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 and it's slow, but it's rhythmic. And after a few minutes, an old, wizened kobold with a very, very long Fu Manchu, like dragging to the ground, Fu Manchu, comes walking into the room, leaning on his cane. And just like the Bakeneko, you hear his voice in your head as he says, "I am sorry to keep you waiting. I don't get around quite so easy these days. My associates have all taken their vows of silence. As the leader, I am the only one who is allowed to speak, and even I prefer to do it telepathically. Allow me to welcome you to Evors Palace. Below us lies the forge, and in just moments, you will hear it activate. Please, make yourselves comfortable. Help yourselves to anything you desire.
Anything
Down the
you
hall
say.
behind you, you will find a bathhouse. Down the hall behind me, you will find comfortable accommodations. To the right, you will find our training grounds, where we practice the martial arts. And we also study. There is a good library. I do apologize, but it does take time to forge what we make here. You will be here for about a month as we create your armor for you. Are there any questions that I can answer at this time?
Yes, Birdman on the couch, I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Birdman.
Guns, armory, do you have one?
We do not. Evors
Rats.
Forge was designed aeons ago as a symbol of protection and life. We are unable to forge weapons, and we do not house weapons either.
So wait a minute.
By that?
They're monks or some shit. They
You guys
punch.
have the forge, but you don't forge any weapon.
Yeah, they forge armor. Mr. Kobold, could I actually
Ridiculous
get
old
my?
man.
Can I actually? First off, I would like to say how great Evors Palace is. It truly is great. I thought Evors Palace was great, but this is even better. Just a great place you got here. That being said, I'd love to actually get my breastplate improved with the Starfall ore while I'm
You
here.
have changed your mind.
I've changed my mind. You know, you guys sold me on it. Is there, do you know if there's another place where we could maybe forge, like, you know, weapons or something useful with the Starfall ore?
There is another. And I must apologize. We haven't had visitors in so long. No one has survived the trials.
No
in
worries, I've
over
gotten used to the
1,000
smell.
Years.
There
My
was
name
one.
is Uzbek.
How do you spell that?
Uzbek.
Oh no. In the other voice.
Z
In the other voice.
B-E Phlegm.
Stop it with the DM abuse.
Uzbek.
How
This is
do
something-
you spell that in Draconic?
How do you spell that draconic?
Backwards N.
Stop.
Little man on a stool.
My favorite letter.
Slightly dick shape.
I do have a question
I'm so
for you.
sorry.
Yes.
So your room that has martial arts training, am I also able to practice my firearm skills in that room?
I don't have a problem with this. But you may garner strange looks.
I was gonna say, wait till he hears the firearms, then he's gonna change his mind.
Firearms
God
holds
damn,
up.
everyone's fucking dead, dude.
Hey, firearms hold up flamethrower.
Got a rocket launcher.
This is my boomstick.
Boom boom it goes. Cool.
But I should
oh,
caution you. The stone is very thick. If it is a projectile that comes from your fire leg, what did you call it?
Firearm, gun.
Yes.
Gun.
The projectile may bounce back at you. We
Is
only
there-
practice hand to hand.
I
Can
see
you
we
say
have.
thick again?
I see we have plenty of cushion and stuff. Are we able to fashion a target I can shoot at that would absorb the round?
I will have some of the apprentices get to work on this for you. We will
Thank you.
accommodate as best as we can.
Thank you, and I bow graciously.
So Vlad will ask Uzbek more about this other place where weapons can be forged.
You're starting to talk yourself out of the deal, Uzbek. Because if there's a place where I can get weapons done, I'm gonna go there.
It has been lost to the ages. Some say that it could be found deep in the jungles of Ziana. Others that it is in the savage land of Sutherland. I do not know exactly, but it is called the Cradle of the Gods.
I love this old man.
So is it what was that? Ziana or Sutherland?
Ziana or Sutherland?
Okay, and I just have one more question. Can you say thick one more time?
Thick.
Thank you.
The stone is so thick. The
Siren has
pipe
heard enough.
laid
He's just
upon
walking away, like just snickering and shaking his head to the bathhouse.
Oh, fucking shit.
Tim, I want to shake your hand right now. Thank you. Thank you. You're an excellent human.
It's as thick as the pipe I laid on your mama.
And there it is. Uzbek getting back at you.
Yeah. Hey, Uzbek, do you got like a phone I could call? You know, for any questions?
He doesn't even know what a fire leg is.
I'm not sure what such device you speak of. Can I renew my Hustler subscription with it?
God.
It's old school. He gets Hustlers in the mail. Like
Those are the
magazines.
best ones. Those are the
Yeah.
best ones. Fuck Playboy. Hustler was where I was at.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
You get your hands on one of those, that's money.
I'm asking for a friend.
No, he's not. He's not asking for a friend.
You glance at his hands and you realize they are white and very crusty.
Actually, Uzbek, on a serious note, I did think of another question. Is the trial over?
Yes. You have
One fucking thing? We had one combat encounter. Call that a trial? My trial was 200 years ago. Never mind. I'm done. I'm gonna go lay down.
I lost my
appreciate
knife
that.
in that trial. Come on, bro.
I look
lost
at you
more
and I
than that.
look
You
at my
lost your-
arm and then I look back.
Hold on. You lost
I don't
your
wanna hear it,
gun,
Elf
your knife.
man.
You lost
Look at
your
you,
gun,
look at
your
my
knife,
hand.
and your pants. And you shit yourself.
Yeah, you are literally just standing there, bird dick out.
No, it's not out. It's hidden.
It
Well, I mean,
hides away
sometimes
when it's
I
cold.
imagine you get like random bird boner syndrome, you know?
It's a cloaca
No.
anyway.
Would you say your peck?
How do
I'm
bird-
a valve
how do bird-
abstinence.
How does bird sex work again?
Wait, why do you guys know the
Cloaca to
technical,
cloaca.
why do you know the technical name for bird dick? That's disturbing.
Yeah,
on
that's
its
what I'm
own.
more curious about, actually, because I'm the bird.
I figured you'd have a dick like a duck. Don't those
It's
things
a-
have like
it's-
crazy
it's-
looking dicks?
It's the same. It's the same thing they pee and poop out of.
Okay, that is
Damn.
not true.
Cloaca.
It's their asshole.
And their dick. That's what it sounds like.
Another serious question for Uzbek. Now that we have passed the trial, is there an easier way to egress and come back to Evor's palace?
Since you have passed the trial, you will never have to repeat it.
Yo, Alaris, that's a great question.
Sacrifices were sufficient. But there
I don't
is
like giving you
not
compliments.
a shorter route. You will have to walk the same grounds.
I'm gonna ask that your guys make me a Segway so I can roll.
Or like an
out.
escalator or something.
No, I just want a Segway, just so I can stand on there and just roll out like Mall Cop.
Something tells me they're not going to be able to make a segue.
I'm
What about
not
the-
familiar with this device either.
What about the moving floors in the airports? The ones that you can just stand on and it automatically moves you forward?
I think
Like,
this guy barely knows what a button is.
It sounds like something that I could use to renew
That's true.
my BBW subscription. Is this true?
No. No, it is not, man.
Although it is used primarily by BBWs.
Then I cannot help.
Guy has a weird infatuation, and I don't like it.
Is it weird though?
He's been down here a long time.
Yeah, that is true. He's only
1200
seen.
years.
Yeah,
You
you
don't
don't
have
have
a-
art.
Nearing the end of my life. And another will take my place.
Are you
Who
like in
will-
pain or something? Do you want
Did
me to
you
like
already
speed
have,
this up
like-
for you?
Who will take your place? Because I'd like to get a good rapport with him too. Maybe I can get a adamantium discount or a starfall
Maybe.
discount.
Maybe you can come back and
Man,
visit and share pornography.
Do you take
Yeah,
on
side quest
mentees?
I'm on.
Hey, do you
Do you take on
have
mentees?
do you have the old Hustler magazines in our living quarters or?
I
Is
do.
that in the library?
The July edition from 1989 is all but glued shut.
Oh, ew.
It still had good
I'm not
bush.
Oh,
He acts like I need it, dude. He acts like I need it. I've seen that thing so much. Close my eyes, picture it. I just need to hold the magazine in my, hand, feel the pages crinkle a little bit.
Yeah, that was before shaved really came into style.
The pages will crinkle and flake.
Oh. At least he doesn't have a sock.
So, have you had like the magnum opus orgy of your life yet?
We take an oath of celibacy.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
Changing that right now.
So you lost me, and I'm gonna go sit in my trance now. And so
Yeah,
Edwin
I'm heading to the
proceeds
bathhouse, man.
Edwin proceeds to go to just like sit at the table in the middle of the room. His eyes go cockeyed, opposite directions, and he starts drilling a little bit. And he goes into his elf trance, try and get a long rest off.
Just making sure you didn't mean looking at this old kobold dick when you said cockeyed.
Oh no! I mean, I imagine one might drift at some point into that direction, but it's definitely like there's,
The
windows
lights are on.
open, but no one's open. No one's home. No one's home. Eyes are looking different directions. It's a thing. Most elves close their eyes.
I mean, look, we're gonna be here for a month. If you've got an opportunity to explore, there's gonna be no judgment.
There's a chance I'm like this for the first 4 days.
You are pretty tired.
I am fucking exhausted and honestly salty I'm here in the first place.
You and me both.
George just wants to find a nice, quiet place to start working on some schematics to do with the PTN 113.
Yeah, I think a long
Yeah,
rest
this would be a great time for you to come up with your soul harvesting idea. While Edwin, the crazy religious dude, isn't looking or alive, really.
This is the time where we make WMDs and just send it.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, we are in a cave, so
I mean, and then there's also the possibility of just destroying everything here.
So
Oh no, we don't destroy everything here.
Or taking control of the forge.
Not on purpose.
The raven and the dwarf have decided they do not want legendary armor. Is that correct?
I need a legendary battery.
Hang on. You said nothing about legendary. You've piqued my feathers.
See, I was kind of tempted to go out of it because I heard there's another forge that does weapons, maybe.
You have passed the trials and found a legendary forge. One of two. And you've brought a material that can only be worked.
Listen, just because no one passes your shitty fucking trial doesn't mean you have to get sassy with us.
Listen,
What?
I know
Bodhi,
what I
what he
want.
has to say.
Listen, what, you gonna give me armor that I don't want? I want a battery.
Fine. I'll take the legendary armor. Cool. There. That's Edwin, by the
Sassy
way.
Edwin.
That's
Sassy
Edwin.
Edwin.
That's Edwin being sassy. He just wants to pass out with his eyes facing the wrong way.
He's like a dad who hasn't gotten his nap.
100%.
Needs to spend some time with those Hustler magazines and calm the fuck down.
Or a kobold or two. Sure, they got women ones.
I suggest.
No, Edwin's one of those crazy people that does not. He has not a sexual attraction in him at all.
Yeah, that's a myth.
Oh, so he's a wallflower. Got it.
Kinda, yeah.
So if they swear an oath to celibacy, how do they make more kobolds?
That's a good question.
Dor's gonna ask him, like, so we passed the trials, we don't have to do them again whenever we come back. Is it? And you're telling me this is the only time you're gonna take ore from us?
He's gonna probably take ore every time we request a new piece of armor.
Oh,
But
yeah.
since we have a mine, we can come back and not have to go through the trials and just have another piece of armor made.
Okay, hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
I want to ask him if he can make me a battery.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. Sideline your battery real quick. We understand you want the battery. Just hush the battery for a second, okay?
Battery.
Hear me out.
Battery.
The battery is giving him a lot of energy.
Battery.
Lord is testing me
Whack.
today. No. We take the mine, right? And all of our armor. We stay here for like a year, get kitted up, and then leave.
Well, there's one problem with that. There's that storm brewing over the mountains that's going to flood the lowlands that we're supposed to deal with. There's the Dragonborn elders that we're supposed to report back to. There's the Baron that we're still technically indebted to until we either pay him off or fulfill all of his little side quests. So
Kill him.
I don't know that we can really disappear for an entire year. I mean, we
And
probably
so-
could.
We're supposed to pick up these this army of very good warriors, and then we're gonna go fight the orcs where we can check in on our mine, and then go from there. Get some more materials, and then make our way back.
Okay, so we have to go and leave after this then.
We don't necessarily have to, but we do have
We have
innocent
obligations.
people in danger. We've got obligations that we've committed to. So
Fine, I guess we have obligations.
yeah, they have to be adults.
So we can only do the 30 days, not the full year.
But we can probably do whatever we want. We're under the fucking mountain. No one's gonna find us unless they pass a trial. So
No one's gonna get past that worm.
But
we
we
could
don't-
be.
We don't have
Yeah.
enough Starfall ore to fully outfit everybody. So
Yeah, which is the problem.
yeah, so that's why
But we do have a Starfall mine.
Yes.
That if we went back to the real world and got more stuff, we could potentially come back.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say too. It's like we'll get what we can now, and then we'll go out, kick some ass, and then come back.
I suppose, because we could also get cool stuff while we're doing that too.
Yeah,
I just say the sooner we get out of this lizard stink, the better.
And now we have
Yeah,
a whole
speaking
new
of
side
sting-
quest to
hey,
find the
you go back
weapons
over
map.
there, close your eyes, and look at the Hustler magazine.
Go back to it.
hold your dick rock nice and tight.
Excuse me.
Although
Go back to Goonie, Elfman.
I really wish the Cobalt would have taken the dick rock and Starfall ore, and then would have went and forged something with it.
Oh, that would have been nice. I should ask that,
Yeah.
dude.
It could have potentially been a blunt weapon.
I have the dick rock literally underlined on my character sheet. It's very important to me.
Perhaps I should show you the forge.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see the
before it
forge, and
begins working.
I'd love to see the forge and learn how it works.
If anyone wants Edwin to join, they have to tap him on the shoulder. But
We
he's
do
in
head
his
out,
trance
though.
right now.
I think
I am
everyone
gonna
should
give-
rub one out and take a nap.
Oh no, he's literally just sitting there, fucking like brain dead, in his trance.
I'm gonna give my starfall and chest plate to a kobold, I guess, for legendary chest armor.
You'll get more. It's okay.
Okay.
A
So-
very upset bird because he has to give away his shinies.
Batteries?
It'll come back even shinier.
My
So-
precious.
Shinier?
Uzbek turns around and slowly, just brokenly, just waddling down this hallway towards a set of stairs. It is.
Can I just pick him up and carry him?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick him up. Like, come on, man, point us in the direction. I'll carry you.
You know
Hey.
what? I'm gonna help you. Let's just carry him. Let's help this poor man.
He points his cane at the stairs. Down there. 36
All right, you're the boss.
steps.
Oh, that's nothing.
And,
That's a specific amount. I don't like it.
It takes him 6 hours to climb them. He has plenty of time to count them.
every day.
Oh, we're getting you like an escalator or like a old man chair to take you up the stairs.
I was just about to say that the stair chair.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah, I can build you one.
Take
We
Build this
should
man a
totally-
square chair.
We should totally spend some time, make him a wheelchair that'll hook up to a chair lift. That way he can go up the stairs and then continue to wheel
You
out.
guys are going to be here 30 days, so.
Yeah,
That's 1 step per day.
I don't.
And I can build that in a week.
Taking the stairs has kept me young and virile.
I will.
Okay,
I
great.
beg to differ. You don't look very young, but Edward's
Just imagine what a chair will do for you.
I mean, judging by the sticky components of the Hustler magazine, I do believe the virile part.
So, anyway, he guides you as you carry him down these stairs, and you emerge at the end of a very long hall. Follow the hall all the way to the end. There's no doors. It only goes one way.
Can I
And you
push
come-
on bricks to see if they open?
Yeah, but none of them do.
Oh, okay. Worth a
Yeah.
shot.
Definitely worth a shot. Good thinking. I like it. At the end of the hallway, you emerge into an even larger room. In the center of this room, it's about 5 feet in diameter, is a large metal slab. And you can see that on the face of that slab is a rectangular recessed area and also some channels going to that rectangular area. And a couple of kobolds walk up and they have Alaris's armor and Starfall ore. And they throw what Torque would easily identify as adamantine into
I
that
need
place.
that.
Huh?
I need that.
Hey, Torque.
He
Torque.
Yo.
I will trade you 8 adamantium ore for your PTN3.
No, I need the PTN3. Piss off.
Wait, how
Hey,
many
Torque.
Starfall ore do
He
you have?
needs his
I
battery.
Hey,
That's
Torque.
Can so I will trade you half of my adamantium ore, so 4, for 1 Starfall ore.
How about all of it for 2?
Okay, that'll work.
Also, basically, my cousin is the one who's going to be owning the mine.
Yeah.
Yo,
And then so because of that, now that I have now 4 Starfall ore,
I got
can I give him also my artisan pauldrons and my artisan bracers?
What do I want with those?
Uzbek just he kind of signals like calm down, and he says, "Just watch." They put the adamantine slab in the recessed part of that table. After a few minutes, some lava, some magma, begins to flow into the channels and begins to melt down the adamantine. Then they add the starfall ore. And they all take a step back. They go kind of out of sight. And you just hear steam begin to travel up pipes. And after a couple of minutes, you hear as this giant metal cylinder slams down onto that starfall and that adamantine right as the starfall began to glow. And it barely budges the starfall ore. And with clicking and more steam, the large cylinder begins to raise again. And after a few more minutes, and it slams down against that starfall ore one more time and begins to raise. And the starfall ore is a little more flattened, but still not quite. And Uzbek says, "The legendary forges are the only ones that can work that material. That recessed area, eventually, when the starfall ore has been flattened out, will be taken up by it. At which point, we will be able to move to the next phase. And we will be able to impregnate the armor you've given us with the starfall orge.
Giggity.
It cannot be layered with any other armors. But at the end of the process, you will have something, dare I say, magical."
Yo, Torque.
Yo.
Couldn't you just like, since we're gonna be here for 30 days, couldn't you just kind of like study how this thing works and then create a mold and then wait another 30 days as you ask them to use the forge and make that mold for your battery?
Yes.
So you would be here 60 days, but the last 30 days you would be working on your mold. But you would have to study it.
I was gonna ask to just study them.
That'd be.
Get the process down.
What exactly are you trying to build?
Oh, here we go. Shouldn't have asked that.
That's a great question, Uzbek. I mean, I'm asleep.
Listen, as a creator, you can't just tell people what you're gonna make. You gotta create first.
We may be able to help you, but not if we don't know how.
Step one is to create a just a little containment cell for this PTN 113.
I believe we would be able to do this.
Beautiful.
I will have some of my apprentices begin working on a custom mold. It will take time, but time we seem to have.
Agreed.
Indubitably.
Quite.
Drool drips from Edwin's mouth.
Bleh.
Siren just kind of steps over and, like, with a thumb, just kind of, like, smears it off.
Like in a loving way?
No, in a very condescending way, like, you
Oh.
fucking imbecile, you're a
Yeah,
child.
you're embarrassing us.
Yeah, like, stop.
Oh no.
Would you like armor as well? That PTN whatchamafucket is kind of small. I think only one piece of ore would be sufficient to make
Hey,
a container.
luckily I got one piece of ore left.
Very well. We will get to work on this. And also some armor. Okay.
Appreciate it. And then Torque's gonna he's gonna ask him if there's like if they have just like a little workshop where people can tinker and draw and come up with shit.
We do. It's on the other side. Stay close to the wall when the forge is working. But you will find a door and all the tools you need.
Appreciate ya.
I think Torque, I'm gonna go with you there because I have some interesting ideas I would like to study upon.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work, and you're the tech guy, so you'd be able to tell me if it works or not.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, we'll figure out how, because
Imagination.
Torque has to if he wants to go home.
Exactly.
Like, it has to work.
So, you guys now get 1 month of downtime. And as you explore Evor's palace, as you train, as you study, you realize that your training seems more effective. You're studying, for some reason, it's just coming to you easier in this place. What you needed 3 months to train, you can absolutely do in 1 month here.
Ooh.
So, we'll go ahead and take a quick intermission before we do the last half hour of our session. I'm gonna go have a cigarette while you guys think about what you would like to train during this downtime.
You gotta write it down.
Wow. I didn't have time to prepare for this, but yeah, I like it.
That's why I'm giving you guys a quick little intermission to figure it out. So we'll be right back. Umbra. So you know, 3 months you can train. Let's see, you could pick a skill, a feat, or you could increase a raw ability score by 1 point. So, give it some thought, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
We can pick up a feat.
Yep. Okay, so what did we decide?
Oh, I've got a list here.
Oh boy.
Wait, how many things can we do?
Just one.
Okay. I was like...
Oh, that means we gotta decide, Torque.
Decide on what?
Flamethrower or wings? For me, at least.
He said we could do 3 months worth of shit in 1 month.
Oh, that is true.
I think we could get you both.
W.
Yeah, okay. So, Torque worked on Flamethrower and Wings for Siren.
Yeah, as a side project. But his real
I paid
focus
him.
was designing a suit.
Okay.
Like a
No,
three-piece suit.
No, so a suit that his battery will power.
He's making
Oh.
he's making a Fallout suit.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he's going mech.
No, it's going to be much worse.
Too bad you're a ugly ass dwarf and not like a cute lolly in your mech suit.
Well, that's why there's obviously going to be a cover, so no one can tell.
Vlad, what did you do?
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. Come back to me.
Edwin.
I'm no fucking clue. Give me a sec. Next.
Okay. Alaris.
So first, since I made a bargain with Torque, I wanted to offer the artisan pauldrons and the artisan bracers, as well as the rest of my Starfall ores, to get upgraded to legendary weaponry.
Yep, they cannot do it. If you
They can
recall,
only-
Uzbek said that legendary armor cannot be layered.
Oh, so it can only be a breastplate. You can't have multiple pieces.
Correct.
They're taking backsies.
That's all right. I didn't have any use for that other shit, anyways. Okay. So I want to work on my dual wield feat.
Okay.
That way I lose that disadvantage. And since we had talked last time, I had already made it 21 successes out of, I think, 35, you said. So
Yep.
I wouldn't think it would take the entirety of the 3 months. So I would also like to spend time working on my dexterity also. And because I'm an elf, I don't have to sleep as much. So there's that. That would help my case there.
All right,
Elf, you're a fucking robot. Soulless.
I'll allow
Beep
it.
boop, fuck the flesh people.
So you can add 1 point to your raw dexterity score,
Okay.
which
15. Does that make it a +3 or no? No, it doesn't. It just stays a +2.
Let me double check that.
It goes up on even numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That's
it
all
would
right.
stay the same. So
That's all right.
I mean, but we probably hit like level 8 at this point. Yes? No?
probably. I haven't done the math on that one yet.
So, and then
Math is overrated.
with my remainder of time, I wanted to browse the library and see what books would tell me more about the PTN3 and how it would be used as a power source and how to convert it to a EM weapon. I'm just trying to research and learn.
Okay. Unfortunately, between training your dexterity and training your dual wield, you didn't really have enough time to come across anything of use there.
Okay.
Okay, Umbra, what did you train?
Umbra spends his time pondering his new role. From guiding to the forge to figuring out ways to continue to protect this group. And he decides to study reactions and picks up the Sentinel feat.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. Vlad?
Okay, so Vlad would like to do two things. One, he would like to train Aristotle in as many tricks as he can fit in during this time period. And two, he would like to do some sort of martial training to increase his effectiveness in combat. And that can either be to a specific skill, like let's say he was, and we're gonna ad lib here. Maybe some sort of multi-attack with ranged weapons, or maybe some sort of like hit or damage bonus to melee weapons. And I leave it up to the DM and the group to decide what it is. But those are the two things I would prefer to do.
Group, what say you?
I missed like half that.
Okay, Vlad wants to do two things. He wants to train his direwolf for as many tricks as he can teach him over this time. And two, he either wants to train to increase his hit or damage on melee or long range attacks. If he could do like a multi long range attack, that would be dope. But I leave it up to you guys to decide.
I think it'd be something where you get a multi-attack, but you can use it like every long or short rest, something like that.
On long range weapons, because he already has 2 weapon fighting, which is two attacks within melee range, and he already has Horde Breaker, which means if he attacks one enemy, he can attack another enemy within 5 feet. So it can be either, some conglomeration. That's not a word. Some combination of those things. So I would like to be able to do either multi-attack with ranged weapons, where you can attack 2 targets in 1 turn, or I would like to increase, damage with melee 2-handed fighting.
So my input, and I know I'm not the DM, but I think that with your practicing instead of with your Horde Breaker to only be able to hit a target within 5 feet, to be able to have your reaction time to pull out your bow and use that instead of your 5 feet melee. But I'm obviously not the DM. I figured that would be an idea I'd put out there.
So would that be one melee and 1 ranged?
That's what my thought is. But then you're still getting 2 uses out of it, right? So if you use your Horde Breaker on something, and then you see a target running away, or you see a target in the distance, and that's further than 5 feet, you would be able to use your ranged weapon. But that's just an idea I'm putting out there. That's something that Tim has to decide on.
You wanted a multi-attack with your ranged weapon, right?
That's one possibility that I'm throwing out there.
Yeah, that's kind of the one that I hooked on. So I think that one, if you wanted to train for that one, I think you could, but I think you would get it like in like a charge basis. So like you would use it, and then you would have to take like a short rest or a long rest to get it back.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's a DM thing?
That's my input.
I like Edwin's approach because it's something creative, but it's also having to rest between uses does give it some balance. So I'm perfectly fine with that.
Just be busting it out every turn. That'd be busted.
So multi-attack that can use either melee or range, or 1 melee and 1 range.
I'm good with it.
That's up to DM.
Yeah, I'm totally good with it. You guys have already faced enemies that can do that, so why wouldn't Vlad be able to train in that?
That's awesome. That was a good one.
Okay, so let me just dig down for some clarity. I already have Horde Breaker, which allows me with a melee attack to attack 1 target and then another. Are we saying I can attack with melee 1 target or another and a third, or 1 target with melee and 1 target with ranged, or 2 ranged targets?
I'm thinking.
I couldn't understand the distinction
two
there.
Melee, or 2 ranged, or 1 melee, 1 ranged.
I already
made
have the 2
perfect sense.
melee. Yeah, I already have the 2 melee. It's Hordebreaker. But I'm good with that. So we can say 2 ranged or 1 melee, 1 range.
I'm pretty sure Hordebreaker is melee or ranged, isn't it?
No, it's limited to a Hordebreaker is you attack one target and then you can attack another target within 5 feet of the original target.
Right, but I don't think. I don't think it specifies ranged or melee, so I think you could do it with either already anyway. But what you can't do is kind of mix it up and do 1 melee, 1 range.
So 1 melee, 1 range, or 2 range.
Right.
Good with it. And then I guess I need to roll the how many tricks I can train Aristotle on in a 3-month period.
Roll a d4. No, d6. Okay. Yep, 2 tricks.
Okay.
The dice
Perfect.
have
Yeah,
Good with it.
you're right on, Tim, with the Hordebreaker. The only distinction is that both attacks have to be with the same weapon.
That's what I thought. So yeah. I'm thinking this training is you can now mix your Hordebreaker attack, melee, and range.
Perfect. Good with it.
Okay. All right, Edwin, have you made a decision?
Yeah. So Edwin, after experiencing the devastating loss of his hand, it really brought him to grips on how delicate he is as a character. And so, what better way to help that than to invest more of my power and strength into the hand? So I spend a good deal of my time praying to my deity. Oftentimes, just sitting in the courtyard or someplace that has some sort of tranquil spiritual area, and just standing there for hours, sometimes days on end, with just my right hand extended into the air, and just hoping for her blessings as I silently pray to her.
Okay.
And so I'm essentially just hoping out of this to get increased spell casting power out of my attacks, however you want to do that. I was thinking, since the guns and things like that do so much damage in relation to some of the spells, maybe just adding an extra damage dice to the spells that I cast.
Okay, I agree. Let's do it.
And I don't know if you think that I can get a second thing in, but the second thing I wanted to do was maybe train in their hand-to-hand combat area a little bit better in my own hand-to-hand combat, as well as utilizing my shield to maybe do a shield bash.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Rock on. So I gotta make some notes here real quick.
Okay.
And I think there's like a standard shield bash attack, and I can get you the details on that.
You should have.
I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure it's something a fighter can do.
Yeah.
So,
You should have taken off your hand and offered up a Starfall ore and had them forge you a new hand.
I did, and they shook their heads no. Am I wrong? That's what happened, right?
that's what happened. They can only forge armor here.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, because you said that, and I was like, did I ask them to do my hand?
Yep.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I guess no hand.
You should have taken off your hand and offered up a Starfall ore and had them forge you a new hand.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I guess no hand. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I guess no hand. Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I guess no hand.
In my spare time, I want to try and help him with his hand, but secretly I'm just working it to where his middle finger is only out, and he can't do anything about it until he gets it properly
Oh
fixed.
fuck. Damn. You're like sabotaging me to make it look like I'm always giving people the bird?
Yeah.
What sucks is that I give people the bird so often that I might not notice for a while.
That's funny. I like that.
Like, that's pretty much just how Edwin says hello and goodbye to lesser races, which is all of them.
That's crazy.
He's a high elf. That's how high elves are, dude. Like,
Just high elf things, man. Okay, buddy.
yeah. It's just adorable racism.
Okay, you guys ready for the good?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to preempt this. Again, legendary armors cannot layer with other armors. So, some of you, your AC is going to go down. Some of you, your AC is going to go up.
Luckily, mine won't change.
Did you
So
give up your armor?
I didn't take no legendary armor. Nope.
Oh, I thought you agreed to it.
No, I'm building a battery.
Well, would you like to know what you're not going to get then?
I'm not getting armor.
Oh, no.
Did I end up agreeing to it? I forgot. I was on the fence.
You did agree to it.
Excellent.
Torque,
Then I did too.
you are not getting the armor of the golem. This compact exosuit amplifies the wearer's strength while being worn. Once per combat, the armor can expand, doubling the wearer's size, doubling movement speed, and adding +6 to melee damage. But
That's what I've been
reducing
trying to
AC
build this whole time.
and dexterity saves and checks, including bonuses to hit, by 2.
Oh,
It
well,
also
I'm
gives
building
you-
my own anyway.
Well, okay.
That was like the plan the whole time, was for me to build that. That's what the battery was for.
I kind of figured, but I was like, well, okay, I'm not going to force his hand.
Wait, that's what they turned our steel breastplate into?
That's what Torque was going to get. Everybody gets something unique to them.
Oh, nice.
I see.
Siren.
Hell yeah, that's good.
Siren.
Yo.
Since you did agree, you do get Armor of the Unseen. Your AC will now be 23. This black armor shimmers dark blue and purple in the light. Once per combat, the wearer can turn invisible for 5 rounds and remain invisible even if they attack. Enemies have disadvantage on their attacks, and even if they hit, there's a 50% chance they only hit a shimmer in the air where the wearer was previously. A successful hit and pass miss chance makes the wearer visible. Outside of combat, the wearer can turn invisible for 5 minutes, giving them an automatic stealth check success.
Okay, so hang on, I'm
Yeah,
writing all
that's
this down. That is super good for me. What do you mean? Turn invisible. Or
All you had to do
I was
was
going to say the guy who hides during all of our conversations.
so
Makes sense.
okay, I have the once per combat I can turn invisible for 5 rounds. I have when I'm out of combat, I can turn invisible for 5 minutes, and then what was the other stuff about getting hit?
Enemies have disadvantage on their attacks. If they hit, there is still a 50% miss chance.
That is crazy.
And that's while you're invisible?
Yep.
Yes.
If they hit and if they succeed on the miss chance, you do become visible.
Okay, gotcha. This is just busted, guys. I can sneak everywhere for y'all.
Pretty much. And again,
Oh, you
your
don't
AC
check
will
yourself.
now be 23.
Okay, gotcha. Ooh, got that all done. I'm good. You can move on.
Alaris,
Yes.
you are presented with the Armor of Shadow Stepping. These black plates seem to shift in color and texture with the environment around it. Once per combat, when the wearer is hidden in shadows, they may teleport to other shadows up to 300 feet away, giving the wearer surprise. Yes, surprise. On their next round attack, unless they are discovered before they can attack. Outside of combat, the wearer can shadow step on demand. It also gives you advantage on hide checks.
Okay.
Your
so
new
300
AC.
feet.
Do what?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to write all this down fast. So I can teleport to another shadow once per combat, 300 feet away, which is pretty much anywhere, giving me a surprise unless they see me before I attack.
Yep.
Okay.
So pretty much after teleporting, you get a free assassination.
Cool.
That's busted. That's actually really good. I think with my armor, I can help you with that.
Well, with the assassination though, because it's going to be a surprise, it's going to be an automatic assassination. That is a crit.
Yep.
So
That is true, but also with my armor, I could help kite enemies closer to you so you can do that.
yeah,
That's cool. I like that.
yeah, we can really do a lot of fucking damage there. Okay, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
said whenever I'm not in combat, I can pretty much do it whenever I want.
You can shadow step up to 300 feet away on demand.
And then you said I had advantage to what checks?
Hide.
Okay.
Vlad. You are
And then what
presented-
was my? I'm sorry. What was my AC to?
Oh, right. Your AC is now 22.
Now that's just my straight armor AC, even though I have other armors on, right?
It cannot be layered with other armor. You will have to drop or sell or whatever you want to do with the other armor. So
Okay,
that's
so-
the trade-off. I'm giving you guys
Okay.
broken ass armor, but
Right.
I'm reducing
So-
your AC for it.
So with that knowledge, because I was just thinking, oh, you couldn't layer legendary armor. I do want to have the other ones created. I'm just going to sell them later.
Oh, greedy. Well, hey, you've got the ore for it. Sure.
I've got 4 ore and 2 pieces of artisan armor.
Okay. I will.
Just to clarify,
figure something out there.
so just to clarify, if we have other armor pieces created that are legendary, they can stack, but anything less than that does not.
No. There is no stacking with legendary armor.
It's like one piece per body type, like arms, chest, legs, head, stuff like that.
So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm giving you guys either half plate or breastplate, depending on your class, plus 4, plus, if it's half plate, 2 more for your dexterity mods. So essentially, like half plate plus 6, breastplate plus 4. And I'm also giving you amazingly broken abilities with this armor. But because you're getting all this, I have to balance it by taking away the layering ability.
So it's this one piece of armor and nothing else.
Correct.
Even if the other thing is legendary.
Correct. You cannot wear 2 pieces of legendary armor.
Roger that.
Now, I should also note, by the way, legendary armor cannot be damaged. Your AC will never again drop.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask about that too.
Yeah. Okay, Vlad. You are presented with the Armor of Ancestors. Your father's breastplate has been reworked by the Keepers and Evors Forge, not just reinforced. You can't explain it, but you get the sense that your father is watching over you. All ranged weapons have disadvantage on attacks against you, and firearms have a 50% chance they will graze harmlessly against the armor. A successful hit and pass mischance does only half damage against you.
Okay, hold on.
Ooh, that's good.
All-
That's really good.
All ranged weapons have disadvantage.
Yep. On top of that, firearms specifically have an additional 50% mischance.
Okay.
If the firearm does actually hit and pass the mischance, it only does half damage against you.
Okay.
Your AC is now 22.
Nice.
You also get +2 to dexterity-based saves and checks.
Okay, hold on. +2 to dexterity base check and save.
Yep.
Okay. One
Also,
question. Go ahead.
Oh, no. You first. You had a question?
So, previously, with it being heirloom armor, every 5 levels, it comes with a special trick. So, at level 5, it came with you can turn one hit to a miss. Does any of that carry over?
No. Okay. Siren, I also forgot to tell you, you also get advantage on stealth checks with your armor.
Gotcha. I'll just add that. That's cool. I like that. Advantage on stealth checks.
They also made armor for Aristotle. He gets Armor of the Swift. This plate armor, designed for a full-grown direwolf, is shockingly light, more so than other armors of similar make and material. The wearer not only increases in movement speed, but gains the action surge of a fighter. On the wolf's turn, they can take one additional action on top of their regular action. This ability can only be used once per turn, twice per day, and once it has been used, the wolf must make a short rest to restore one use, or a long rest to restore both uses. And Aristotle's...
You were going to say what?
Do what?
Hold on. Okay, so one additional action per turn, twice per day, once per...
It's not per turn. On the wolf's turn, they can take one additional action along with their regular action. So
Right. Once per short rest.
Twice per short rest. So okay. Look up action surge.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. This basically, I'm giving Aristotle action surge, which is something that only fighters normally get. So basically, twice per day, Aristotle can make one additional action
Per turn.
It can be used once per turn. Like, you can't attack and then use an action surge to attack again, and then use an action surge to attack again. You can't do that.
Right.
You can attack, use action surge to attack again. Then on your next turn, you can attack and use action surge to attack again. and then you're out of action surge for the day. Does that make
Gotcha.
sense?
Yeah, and then you have to take a short rest, get it back.
Yep.
Okay. And then, real quick, I cut you off, but you were going to say something about Vlad's armor cannot be damaged, armor advances, other is watching, all ranged weapons have disadvantage, firearms have additional 50% miss chance, if firearm hits only does half damage, AC 22, +2 to dexterity, base checks and saves, and you were going to say something else after that.
Oh yeah, I was letting Siren know that he also
Okay.
gets advantage on stealth checks.
Gotcha.
Okay. With Aristotle's armor, his AC is now 22, and he gets an additional 20 feet of movement speed.
Nice. That takes him to like 70.
Yeah, he's a fast little bastard now.
Makes sense.
Edwin, are you ready for what you almost didn't get?
It was a near miss. Yeah. One
You
sec,
are
I gotta get a. Is there any way that you could copy the text and put it in like one of the chats?
Oh yeah,
Because I'm not a fast typer at all by any means.
no worries. You are presented with the armor of our Dark Lady.
Wow.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
fancy.
Sounds hot.
This armor is a dark, almost black shade of purple and trimmed in a deep green. Twice per day, if the wearer of this armor is hit by critical, the goddess of pain and story will absorb half of the damage and redirect it into the attacker in order to keep her disciple alive and their story enriched.
Oh hell yeah. That's so
That is
cool.
nasty.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
That's really good. Thank you.
Yep. Your AC is now 21.
Oh wow. My AC reduced a lot.
So did Alaris's and Vlad's.
Yeah, I went
Are there any pieces of
I went
armor
from
that I need to
36
take
to
off
22.
because of that?
No power, but still high AC.
So that replaced my steel breastplate.
Yeah. And you do have to drop the rest of your armor except your shield.
Okay.
And that's for all of you guys. Like, you can still use shields with your armor. But that's it. No more layering beyond that.
Okay, so we can still use shields, but say if I were to get a legendary helm, I couldn't equip it.
Correct. It would be the helm or the armor of our Dark Lady.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
Yep. Torque, would you like to retcon and say you gave up your armor?
I feel like you want me to.
I mean, I basically made what you wanted to make. It's up to you.
What were the stats on it again?
So, this compact exosuit amplifies the wearer's strength while being worn. So you get a +2 to strength-based saves and checks. Once per combat, the armor can expand, doubling the wearer's size, doubling movement speed, and adding +6 to melee damage, but reducing AC by 3 and dex saves and checks by 2.
And I can't modify this armor in any way, shape, or form.
You could add damage resistance. What kind of modification were you thinking?
Well, that little mini nuke of a battery was gonna be the, power source. Because that's what that PTN 113 is basically just what it is. It's just a very highly volatile battery.
Pretty
Right.
much.
Yeah.
I mean, this could give you the suit, and then you could figure out how to power it with the battery later.
I was gonna say if I can put the battery in it,
Okay.
You'll figure it
I'll
out.
take it.
I mean, you get the suit, you'll figure out how to attach a battery eventually.
Well, I would say since you've spent so much time working on this battery, and you probably have kobolds helping you with it,
Oh
probably
yeah.
would have helped you integrate it into the suit anyway. So,
He gets his
Oh, man.
exosuit.
I'll,
He's,
all right,
he's
I am
I'll,
Iron Man.
I'll take the deal. I'm gonna need that copy and paste it in a message because I'm a dumbass who lost his pencil.
yeah, no worries. I will send out
One
emails
pencil.
with all this. So,
rock on.
Yes, please.
and Umbra, I'm sorry,
Mine didn't have too
I
much, so.
don't have anything for you, but that's because I already gave you legendary equipment. So,
I don't have a single complaint over here. I'm just enjoying listening to all the different things that the other armors are doing.
okay. All right. Well,
I'm curious what these pauldrons and bracers are going to come out as.
I'll have to put some thought into it. If you're just selling them, I'm not gonna put that much thought into them. I'll be honest with you.
Put a little thought into it, but you don't have to knock yourself out.
Yeah.
The idea is to sell them, but I also might have different ideas, but we'll see what happens.
Dear God. What, like swapping them out?
Yep. Hot swap.
Interesting.
What would my AC drop to?
22.
Alaris, are you thinking that you like swap your armor to match the situation you're in?
Exactly.
Oh my god. It's like a Power
sounds like
Ranger
too
or
much
some
work.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, it takes 5 minutes to take armor off. You know that, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
not a hot swap.
What if he you gotta spend another month here to train on hot swapping.
Yeah. When we come back, I'll train on hot swapping so I could just do it instantly.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So with the PTN 113, will that change any stats?
What I'm thinking is, let's, instead of +2 to strength-based saves and checks, we'll go to +3.
Okay.
Instead of +6 to melee damage, we'll go to +8.
Now I just need to put some guns on it.
I was gonna say at some point you're gonna have like an energy beam that comes out of it at some point, right?
Either an energy beam or just guns.
It's just a rail gun. It's just got 2 rail guns.
Right?
Long shot Stratus. That's all I'm saying.
Tim Torque will.
Hey, I can be your forward observer and spot for you.
Thank you. I will take it.
You just gotta hope that Torque doesn't shoot as soon as he gets the information, because you're gonna want to get out of there.
No, I'll be concealed in a hiding spot. It'll be okay.
There might not
I
be
got
a
armor
hiding
at the
spot.
Yeah, no.
That's fine.
He'll be fine.
I'll take
Yeah.
the splash damage.
He's not green. He's good.
How's the explosion
Exactly.
supposed to hit me if it doesn't know I'm there?
The explosion can't hit me if it can't see me.
Exactly.
Green Dragonborn walks into the meeting by accident. Torque, well, I'm killing us all.
All right, guys.
I'm not having talks with these guys.
Orc is just gonna do Operation Chrome Dome, but in this world.
No, Operation Green Inferno.